Recently, TeacherTap asked this question: when was the last time you used an AI tool to help you with your schoolwork? And interestingly, 41% said they have never used AI. You know, I'm a massive advocate for how AI can help teachers in lots of different ways. I don't think there's anything that's come along that's had such immediate impact on reducing workload more for me than AI, which is why I've helped develop the platform TeachMate, which has been set up to harness AI specifically for teachers. A lot of my training over the past year has focused heavily on AI, how we should embrace it, how it can be used by teachers to help in certain ways, how to best educate ourselves around how it all works, understand its limitations, the ethics, how we can then go about teaching students about it. And it's interesting because whenever I do one of my CPD sessions, there tends to be a teacher or a couple of teachers who will say that they are a little bit scared of it. They're fearing this AI. In fact, I had one teacher recently say, "I'm not touching any of that AI stuff. I don't want the robots to come and kill us all." To which I said, please stop reading the Daily Mail. And two, Terminator was not based on historical fact. AI will not be the downfall of humanity. How we choose to use it might. Now, I think there's lots of benefits, there's lots of positives that can come from AI, but I can't sit here and say that there won't be any negatives. There will be. Some people are going to use this technology in a negative way, but we as teachers need to be at the forefront. We need to understand it so that we can best educate our students about using it in the right way, in a positive way. So very quickly, how can we best explain how the likes of generative AI, ChatGPT, TeachMate work? So I tend to use this analogy with Lego bricks. When you ask the generative AI to write something for you, I want you to imagine that you're asking it to build a Lego structure. And what the AI has access to are billions upon billions of Lego bricks. But they are not Lego bricks, they are words and phrases from pretty much anything that's ever been published on the internet. So what the AI has been trained on is anything that's been freely available online up until about a year and a half ago. Now with TeachMate, what we've also been able to do is we've been able to train it on more specific education data. So whereas ChatGPT will take data from a wide variety of different sources, we've been able to train the AI with TeachMate to look specifically at more education-focused data. When you ask the AI to write something, it starts picking up these Lego bricks, these words or phrases, and it'll go, yeah, that'll fit, that'll fit, that'll fit, that won't fit, let's get rid of that. Yeah, that'll fit, actually that's going to fit better than that. And it'll eventually build up what it considers to be a perfect answer. It just does it at the speed of light. I often get asked, what does this AI know? Well, the answer is it knows the internet, anything that's been freely available. But what do we know about the internet? Well, we know some of the stuff on the internet's good, useful, but there's other stuff that's not so good. So this is where we've got to be really careful, and we've always got to evaluate what it creates. The other question I get regularly is using this sort of technology cheating? And I'd say, well, would you consider using Google cheating? Because essentially it's the same data. The most important thing when using generative AI is what it considers to be a perfect answer will not be what you consider to be a perfect answer. So it's so important. It's a two-step process for us as teachers using this tech. Is one, you can get the AI to create something for you, but just as if not more important, you then have to use your professional judgment to evaluate, check, edit and tweak things. So it very rarely, it will never be perfect. It will do a decent enough job, give you a good starting point and do a lot of the heavy lifting with certain admin tasks, but you will always have to go in, check, evaluate and tweak things, which is what we've prided ourselves on with TeachMate, in that we've made it easier, more straightforward for you to refine, improve the outcome to make it fit what you want. Feedback I've had from teachers where they've used the likes of ChatGPT and said that the outcome they've got hasn't been very good, and that was probably likely down to the input put in. You have to be very specific and know how to best prompt the AI to get the best out of it, and this is something that we've tried to streamline with TeachMate. We've done all of that hard work so that it's minimal input from you to get the best output. We've also made sure we've trained the AI in more specific education data. So whereas ChatGPT will look here, there and everywhere, we've been able to train it to focus more on what teachers would want and need from this tech. And of course, with the likes of ChatGPT, there are some GDPR concerns, whereas with TeachMate, we have made it fully GDPR compliant. The AI we use will not collect and keep any data of what you put in, plus your account is stored and processed in the UK. So I hope that's been useful. If anyone's watching this who would like to try AI and been a little bit fearful from that lack of understanding, I hope this video's helped with that. If there are any other questions, do let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them as well.